Yo, what's going on, everybody? Black Compass Media, back live with another one. Salute to everybody that's out there right now. It's gonna hear this, another feature. I appreciate all the feedback on the interviews. I just want to say that first and foremost. I am Tone Bro, checking in on behalf of the entire squad and everything like that. Man, shout out to the team. You know what I mean? The whole society. Now, I'm gonna get right into this. I don't got time to waste on this because I got a lot of things that I want to ask. I've been getting inbox about this. One brother wrote me a
Mhm.
whole essay. No, he did. He
Oh,
wrote me.
wow.
Yeah, no, he wrote me an essay. He's like, "Yo, this is what you better not do in the interview." Like, I like when people got things they want you to do in the interview.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, but we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this the proper way. Without further ado, here is a queen that I consider, that many of us consider a legend in the field of battle rap and everything like that, especially on the women's side. Still putting in work after all these years. A whole lot of stuff that I don't even know why I'm doing the intro. We don't need no introduction. Jaz the Rapper, what's going on?
Hey.
I tried to
Yeah, it's
pretend
a
like,
separate girl.
people didn't even know, like, you know what I'm saying, like who you, but it's Jaz the Rapper, Brooklyn's own.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
you know what I'm saying? And first of all, I'm glad to have you here. Glad you're able to join with us and everything like that, and on the caffeine. You know what I'm saying? But how are
Yes,
you?
thank you.
Before
Thank
we
you for
get
having me.
everything going, how's everything going for you?
I'm good, man. I'm chilling. I think that y'all hit me up to do the interview, and I'm like, I never did an interview with y'all. And we've exchanged words on Twitter before. I'm like, fuck it, I'll do it.
Right. So
Yeah.
so we have a lot of things that I feel like it's been overdue to kind of cover and everything like that. And this is a good time I feel like to interview because we're coming fresh off the heels of Kings versus Queens, and how consequential of a card that was.
Mm.
I gotta ask your perspective, like if you can give a reflections on just that weekend now, because it's sort of in the books now. The dust is sort of settled. How do you feel like the ladies did overall, and how would you rank that as being part of one of the most monumental cards in battle rap history?
Yeah, I think the ladies did amazing. I was very proud. I was very impressed by a few of them. I haven't watched the battles back. I just watched them live.
Mm.
But for the most part, yeah, the ladies did their thing. I feel like the guys. I honestly, I don't know if it's because I just been in the game for so long, and because I've seen so many battles and been to so many events that I knew that this was gonna. I kind of knew that this was gonna end up like this because people. A lot of people were saying the men 7-zip. You feel me?
Mm.
Or maybe 6-1 type
Right.
shit. But I kind of going into it, I genuinely felt it was gonna be 5-2, five to the men, two to the women.
Mm.
But I did also feel like there was a possible, like it was like a 2-1 a possible. You feel me? And now that the dust is settled, some people saying the guys 4, women 3, and some people saying the women 4 and the men 3. So it's
Mm.
like I kind of knew that was gonna happen because it's females that's actually fire and it's males that's fire. Like in a lot of cases, the men whip the females' ass because it be like a imbalance for real. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like this is a whole card. Like the females is really trying to prove something, and I feel like they chose all the right females. You know what I
Oh.
mean? Like they chose the right females for it, and they gave the females guys that people really respect. So it wouldn't get swept under the rug like, oh, who who like C3, right? She battled QP, you feel me?
Sure.
QP is that nigga, in every perspective. But of course you have your Sue Surfs, your Rum Nitties, your Clips, Arsenals over him.
Mm.
So those battles would look better on her record. You know what I mean? Or how she does would look better on her record with those names. And she would get more respect for that. So I do respect the guys for doing it. Honestly, I feel like it was the perfect time because the guys wouldn't have popped out like that if it was 2, 3 years ago. They would not have.
Yeah, let's address the timing of things, and I got several ways to kind of cover that, and I do want to take the Kings versus Queens thing as just the beginning of that. Like you feel like, because I remember some years ago, not even what 5 years ago, the idea of this card was met
It
with
was just an
laughter,
idea.
right?
It was just an idea. Like it was just like, yeah, we gotta do kings versus queens, men versus female, da 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 da. And like I could just tell the guys wasn't with it because the guys had too much to lose at that time. Now it's years later, and niggas done already achieved so many accolades. At this point, they like shit. Let's do it. And the females have gained way more respect over the past few years.
Right.
Because Queen of the Ring started, I want to say 2010, right?
Yeah, about that.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so 2014, that's only 4 years in. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
2014, who we had? 2014, as far as let's say on who was on the card, official had just started 2 years prior. Couture, she had just started like 2 years prior. Who else? Vixen probably just started like 3 years prior. Vixen wasn't even the same Vixen.
Yeah,
at
no,
that time.
exactly. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it gave the females time to grow, time to learn themselves. You get 40, she was on it for like 4 years. Like, so the females definitely gained respect, and I believe they gained the respect from the men as well. And then especially after this event, they definitely gain respect. So if they do another Kings vs Queens, I can assure you that the guys are going to try to take our heads off because they were supposed to 7-zip us. Right. You know what I mean? Right. And the females, of course, the females is gonna come prepared regardless. But now the females have something to follow up. You don't wanna, you know, make it a downgrade for real.
I do think that y'all dispelled a lot of myths. So like a lot of people are gonna watch the battles that y'all had and kind of come away with it and say this is not, you know, back in the day where you can just diss a girl, call her a hoe for 3 rounds and that's it. Like you gotta actually bring work. You got, because I remember at one point when you started off, I remember you getting a certain backlash because of the type of bars that you were saying. Like, yo, there's no way that this girl understands sports. Like, you was getting that type of reaction, or you know what I'm saying? You shooting guns and all that in the bars and all and everything. And I feel like now we sort of gotten past that. Like, what's your perspective on writing for the ladies too? I kind of want to get into that. You know,
the men writing for
how
the
you
women?
feel like you sort of changed the game in that regard too.
Wait, you asking how I changed the game in regards to what?
In terms of writing, like because I feel like at one point ladies were getting backlash for writing gun bars or writing a certain type of way, and I remember specifically you getting called out for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people don't understand what sports is and things like that. So how do you feel like? What do you think about the writing overall? Do you think it's really evolved to a point where now, you know, it's no longer a thing?
I mean, I would have never ever said to myself that I changed the style of writing or I affected the style of writing because I was in my own lane at one point. Like I wasn't really doing gun bars. I kind of don't really do gun bars. Like that was never like my best bars are not gun bars. You get what I'm saying? So, well, I got a gun so big that shit don't work. But you see what kind of bar that was. That was me mocking it. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, it's definitely evolved just because people are gonna have people. There are people that change their opinion on female battle rap. But you know, there's some people that's just stuck in their ways. I can never watch a female battle, and that's absolutely okay. Like that's your personal preference. Right. But it's got to be at some point where you can admit at least one or two girls are actually good, regardless of your personal bias against female battle rappers. Like, so with the gun bars and things and such like that, it's kind of unfair because 99%, I'll give it 98% of the people in battle rap is not doing none of the shit that they talking about. Right. It's just entertainment. If they was, they wouldn't be battle rapping all the time. They would be in jail. Like, the book. Like, or they wouldn't be having time for battle rap. They would be doing whatever they're doing. So yeah, it's just entertainment at the end of the day. So if men could do it, the females could do it as well. I mean, I feel like the men in general have more conviction, you know, better delivery.
Sure.
They're more believable because just the simple fact that men do it more than women. But at this point, it is just it is just entertainment, and as long as you have the conviction behind it,
Hmm.
there shouldn't really be an issue with it. Honestly, that's how I feel about it.
I got you. And through the lens, and I like the whole idea of like timing with things happening when they're supposed to happen. Some of the biggest
Mm-hmm.
backlash that you've gotten is about ducking, quote ducking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or not being around for some of the big matchups, like certain matchups make sense,
Mm-hmm.
and not sort of taking them when the fans sort of demand it. Like, what's your definition, or do you have a definition of what ducking is? What's the line between ducking and being strategic, or when it makes sense? Like what's your perspective on
Um,
that, and even the feedback from fans that you might get?
I never really thought of a definition of ducking,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess ducking would be like, I think ducking would be like if you say you want a battle or you want a battle,
Mm-hmm.
but you find the reason every time not to do it. Like,
Mm.
it's
Okay,
not
elaborate.
ducking
Yeah.
if, like, let's say I was to be like, let's say right now if you ask me would I battle, I don't know, RX, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm
Sure.
like, yeah, I'll battle her. And then when shit get the going around getting set up, and or people start really asking for it, I don't do it, then that would be ducking, because why are you saying that you would do it and now you're ducking it? You know what I mean?
Mm.
So, but a lot of the, to me, the misconception is that
Okay, let's get into it.
ducking is when you don't take a battle that everybody wants to see.
Right. As a
Now,
fan, that sometimes that is, where the energy is though, Jazz. Like, where the
right,
energy is. This is what the coach, the everyone's shouting it from the Raptors. Like, this is the battle we want to see, right?
right,
So how is that not? If everybody is invested in it, the fight itself is so.
because because ducking means that you're scared. If you're
Right.
ducking something in real life, like you're ducking something, you're trying to get away from it. You're scared of it.
Hmm.
Just because the fans are requesting, let's say, how they did it.
You versus Misfit, for instance.
No, because I already said I would battle her.
Right.
Um, me versus my verse, right?
Yes, you and my verse. That's another one. Yeah.
You said I was ducking Misfit.
No, well, look, I think there was a time where that made sense, and the reason
No,
why.
I'm laughing because somebody tried to call you out.
That's cool. I'm cool with all of that. I'm cool with call outs, but because we're gonna be honest today, and we can clear up misconceptions and things that might not have necessarily been true,
All right,
because
so
it seemed
boom.
like
So
for her,
why do you feel like I'm ducking Misfit? Or I was ducking
see, I
Misfit?
don't feel like, I feel like you are a window person. Like, you need a. It's not. It doesn't have anything to do with fear. That's what I think. I would never say that. I don't think you're scared of anybody. I think you're a timing person, and the timing to you has to make sense, and it doesn't matter what other people might say. Like, in terms of a battle, that's what I think. But I don't know though, because I'm not a battler. So I don't know if someone comes off a dope performance, if you immediately like, yo, I want to battle them, or it makes sense now, or like what it takes for somebody like you to be like, okay, let's do it. Because after a certain time, it's like it's already lost momentum, and it's not going to be what we knew, what we wanted it to be anyway. You know what I'm saying? So
Who,
that.
me and Misfit?
Well, I mean, that's kind of how she was coming at it when she put out the information. When she put out, she was like, "Well, it's not gonna happen anyway," type of shit. So I'm like,
All
"Well,
right, so you still ain't answered my question. Why you thought I was ducking Misfit?
I didn't. I
Because
didn't
I didn't
think.
take the battle as soon as she called me out.
I think the culture wanted you to take the battle, and we hadn't seen you for a while, and it was a combination of that. And people, I feel like, we're getting, even like, we see certain people often enough to be able to
When
assess them.
give me the time. Give me the time frame. Give me the time frame when you're talking about.
Uh,
Because I know because when she came back, because she was retired for 5 years.
right. She was. Yeah.
So when she came back, she battled Farrah. Did she
Right.
call me out in that battle?
She absolutely did.
She did? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So that was in, I want to say like May, maybe. That was in like May.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, cool. I never had an interest in battling Misfit ever until this January that just passed, right?
Whoa.
So
Okay.
Misfit, well, let's go through history. Misfit called me out a long time ago. A long time ago. And I was genuinely surprised because, you know, we'd always spoke about never battling each other. Because we used to like spar together and shit like that, like early on, like when I first started in Queen of the Ring, right? So when she threw the shot, of course I didn't take no personal offense to it, but it was just like, oh shit, word. Now I've been called out by a lot of females in my years, a lot of females, right? So I have the option of taking who I want. I'm gonna always go for the person that's gonna do the most for me. Because for one, I don't battle a lot.
Okay.
You know? Sure. So I'm going to go for the person that's going to benefit me the most, being that I don't show myself often. Like, why am I battling this person that ain't really gonna do shit, but they called me out anyway? You know what I mean? When I can get higher quicker. So everybody that I battled that wasn't Misfit were higher than her. I think she called me out, I want to say 2013, when she battled Shayna.
Sure.
And then in 2013, I battled Hustle on Summer Madness. I'm going to take that battle.
Right.
2014, 40. 40 was higher than Misfit. Me and 40 was the main event. If I'd have battled Misfit, I would not have been the main event.
Where
and then Misfit left. Okay. And then now she came back, right? Boom. She on the same energy. She battled Farrah. I still never had an interest in battling Misfit. You feel me? She just retired. She came back after 5 years. She battled Farrah and called me back out again. Why am I having an interest in battling you when you was off for 5 years and I really didn't want to battle you, right? So then maybe like a month or two later, they called me for the 2-on-2. I'm like, shit, hell yeah, I'll do the 2-on-2 because my last battle was E Hart, right?
Right.
So I'm like, everybody wondering where I'm at. So I'm like, yo, I'll do a 2-on-2. I've always wanted to do a 2-on-2. I never had a fun battle. Every battle I've had, I've always had to do it to prove something.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I just wanted to do a fun battle. They asked would me and Official be teammates, and me and Official actually never even discussed being a 2-on-2 before this phone call.
Wait.
So
what?
It was
that
just
was never. So y'all came out there with that type of chemistry off rip like that. That was never.
Well, we were friends. Okay. We were friends.
Yeah. Sure.
But we never even discussed, like, maybe it might have been a idea like, yo, if we was doing 2-on-2 it'd be crazy, but it was never nothing we even harped on. Like, it was nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then we got the call and be like, yo, fuck it, let's do it. But Official was very surprised I took it because, you know, I don't be taking battles like that.
Yeah.
So boom, that happened, right? Then right after Summer Impact, Norbs called me to battle Misfit the next month. I'm not taking a battle in a month's time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't.
Okay.
Everybody can't do that. And salute to the people that can, but I can't.
I want to understand, and I appreciate that answer. I was very thorough. I want to understand the criteria, Jaz. I need to. You have to share this with me because what is it?
My last battle was January 2017, not 2018.
Okay.
So it was like 4 years ago. But go ahead.
Yeah, I want to ask though the criteria for what makes sense for Jaz, right? Like when you go through the decision matrix of, all right, this battle, this situation makes sense or not, where does skill factor in? Because I think
skills definitely factor in. Look at my resume.
Right, but and you got great looks. You just nothing but great opponents, but you don't feel like Fit was that caliber at the time? You don't feel like she was the same caliber MC, or do you feel like she just was less popular?
Less popular, because skill definitely plays a role, because I feel like with the females, if you top tier, you fire because it's only a few of us. If you top tier, niggas fuck with your boss. Period. Now, Misfit was top tier. Misfit been top tier before me, right?
Right.
But if I have the opportunity to battle Miss Hustle and 40 bars, And I actually want to battle them. Like all of these, every female that I battled at the time that I battled them was my favorite. Like when I battled Shayna, she was my favorite. When I battled, well, QB was the only person that I never even had interest in battling, but I took her because it was gonna be on URL, and QB was the top bitch at that time. Yeah. QB battled Hustle the same year when she called me out. I'm the newbie. QB is calling me out. Like I felt like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like that QB was the only battle where I took it, and it wasn't based on because she was one of my favorites. But QB, right? Then Hustle was my favorite when I battled her. 40 was my favorite when I battled her. Official was my favorite when I battled her. E-Heart was my favorite when I battled her. Like these were all people that were my favorites. Misfit, if she ever was a favorite of mine, she wasn't, at the top. And if she was, all these females would do something bigger for me. Like I always had a plan.
In terms of just appeal, mass appeal, like I just want you to unpack that more. Like, is it just because they bring in more audience?
Rank.
Oh, rank. Okay, rank.
Okay. Yeah, rank.
All right.
I was very, very big on rank.
Right.
And okay. And it doesn't even stop at the opponent. It goes on to the event. Because think about it, right? Me and QB my first battle on URL, her first battle on URL, I'm gonna take whatever event that I get.
Right.
And it ended up being a great event, Revelations, with Big K and Rosenberg, Chilla and B Magic, Tay Roc and Cortez, John and Kayshawn. That event, right? Boom. Next year, I get Summer Madness. Imagine if me and Hustle was on some random URL card. That battle might not have even been important. Even though the battle was mediocre, imagine if that mediocre battle was on a whole nother card. It would definitely be swept under the rug. You know what I'm saying? Right. But it's on Summer Madness. So then after Summer Madness, I battled 40. I choose to battle 40 on the biggest Queen of the Ring card. I could have been on any Queen of the Ring card. But I knew I wanted it on that one.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Imagine me and 40 on some regular card. It might not have been as big as,
Yeah.
It would have been. Then after 40, official, right?
Yeah.
No, I wanted it on weekend. I could have been on any URL card. Any URL card I wanted. I chose that. Then E-Heart. E-Heart could have been anywhere. Anywhere. But Born Legacy was lit at the time. I wanted to do Born Legacy. I wanted to see what that was like. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
and then
it sounds to me like you just have, and I'm getting to the root at why I'm upset. Not just because I'm triggered by what you did, well, what happened with the QB battle, because I'm triggered by that, Jazz. I am. That haunts me still. That happened the way that it did. But
what battle?
The QB battle still haunts me to this day because of the choke. You know what I'm saying? And because of the way that turned out in that case. And but I think really what a lot of fans probably are mad at is because you have the option of where you want to go, and you take full advantage of the leverage that you have. So you kind of guide your career as you want to guide it. I get that.
Absolutely.
I think fans get very overzealous, and when it comes to saying, okay, who's the best? If we look at bodies of work, okay, we have a nice track record of work for a lot of the other ladies. And with you, even though your battles are powerful, it's not that many. So at what point can we still compare you to them if they have so much work on the board over the years? You know what I mean?
I think that you can still compare me to them because I'm still here. Like it's not like I've been gone for years. Like I'm still here. Like let's say I didn't do that 2-on-2, right?
Sure.
Then it would be like, okay, Jazz been gone for 4 years. And people like to say, oh, 2-on-2s don't count. But I can assure you, if I would have got my ass smoked, it would count. The fans would count it. The fans would say, oh, you're not a tough girl because you got smoked in the 2-on-2. But because it went how it went, and I just know how the fans are. But I understand. I understand. Like it's not like I don't understand people's problem with what I do and them just wanting to see me battle.
Sure.
It's not like I don't understand it. I definitely do.
Mm-hmm.
But what the fans don't understand is, as a battle rapper, for me, I'm heavy on wanting the battle, because if I'm just battling somebody because the fans want to see it, and pre-caffeine, there was no bag there. So it's like at this point, I'm just battling for the fans.
Right.
And I don't want to know what that looks like on my end as far as how I perform. I'm just doing this for the fans. I literally have never taken a battle for the fans. And again, it's different when you're a female and when you're a guy, because guys get paid more than us.
Yeah. I like where we going. Unpack that, Jazz. Yeah.
So let me give an example. If I'm getting paid, let's say I'm getting paid $2,000 a battle, right?
Sure.
Let's say a guy's getting paid $10,000 a battle. He's going to take those battles even though he doesn't want to, because that is a significant amount of money.
Right.
That's significant. You feel me? You could do a lot with $10,000.
Oh yeah.
For me, I'm not going to take a battle because y'all want to see it for $2,000, because I don't know what's going to happen. Let's say I get $2,000 and I don't do that good. Now I'm getting $1,500 the next rep. So I just lowered my stock for y'all, and I'm not getting monetary, something benefiting from that for real. Now, granted, there's females that battle all the time, 40 official. You feel me? That's pretty much where a lot of their money comes from, their income, right? Yeah. So they're gonna do that. But if you ask 40 and official, do they like preparing for battles? They're gonna tell you no. They're gonna tell you no. It's just a job. It's for the money. You feel me? They're just blessed to be able to write faster than me.
Right. Right.
So I count in a lot of things. I count in the few months, the 2-3 months that I take writing for a battle. Is it worth that $2,000? Is it worth possibly my rank going down? Now I gotta wait again to battle, and then I might get paid less. Is it worth that? Yeah. So that's just me though. I definitely move different from a lot of females, but my issue, and I felt like this for 10 years.
Okay, let's get the issue.
My issue is I'm the only one that gets criticized for doing what I do.
You're the only one.
And there's multiple people that do what I do. There's multiple people that do not pop out more than once a year.
Sure.
But only I get criticized. Only I get accused of ducking. Only I get accused of having to take a year to write. And it's just kind of like, bro, there's females that literally came up the same way I came up, but y'all only attack me about it. And I'm ducking because I'm the one getting called out. It's the reason I'm getting called out. It's not my fault the other females is not getting called out.
Right. Right. Well, so I would say this, Jazz. I think you are on that list of people who gets called out for that. But Lux, at one point before he started kind of giving us regular performances, he was getting called out for that. And those times a little bit after Summer Madness, because it was like we got people that are going on the road with it, battling all the time. So
see, I'm not that high.
That critique comes with such a high rating. You're in most people's top 5 all time. Top 3 all time. So that's the that's the cross you might have to bear because of that. That's just one of them
That makes
things.
sense. But see, now you bring up Lux, right? And people are like, oh, Jazz is not Lux. And I'm not even talking about Lux or Mook. I'm talking about females. I'm talking about other females that I battle rap with. Like, I'm literally somebody, matter of fact, goes back to this tweet. Somebody, I had tweeted, oh, my verse, Couture and Misfit said they don't want to battle me no more. Noted. Somebody tweeted, oh, Jazz, you didn't even put in that much work. You should be chasing them. Right? So I'm like, bro, Misfit got the same amount of battles as me. Couture and my verse have less battles than me. What do you mean? So am I the only person that don't put in that much work? Or is them too? And is there a reason that my impact in those little amount of battles did so much more than them that I'm the only one getting attacked? How is that my fault? That niggas like me better.
Talk your talk.
Or that I've done more impactful things. You feel me? Because you might think Couture, my verse, Misfit is better than me.
Sure.
But obviously, if I'm in more top 5s and top 3s than them, then that means I've done something different. So it's just, that's the only thing that really, really, really scuffs my Timbs. Like, bro, I'm not the only person that does this. But y'all always have a problem with me doing it. Why am I ducking? Because everybody and their mother wants to battle me. And I don't want to battle them. Unless I'm getting something out of it. And that could be a lot of money. That could be a look. That could be, I don't know, whatever hell else there is. You know what I'm saying? Right. Now, with Couture, a lot of people lately been like, oh, Jazz, you ducking Couture because years ago you said you wouldn't battle her, you're scared to battle her.
Sure.
That was like 6 years ago, right?
Right.
And it was a joke. Because like when I said it, like the interview was like 2 minutes long, if that. And I was like, it was with Uncle Raw. Okay. And he's like, would you ever battle Couture? I'm like, no. He's like, why? I'm like, I'm scared. She the type to battle me, make up a story, and I'm gonna start to believe it. Does that sound like?
No, it's giving props. It's giving props. She's a master angler all time. Definitely.
Right. It's just kind of like, and then to me, it's like, why would I be scared to battle Couture when I battled people better than her? Ooh. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. I'm trying to think, what battle? All my battles, I was never scared except E Hart.
Except E Hart. Wow. Why? What going into that? Why? Because
that was after the official battle. So it was a lot of pressure on me. Yeah. It was a lot of pressure on me going, into that and going against damn near the top bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it was a lot of pressure on me. I was scared. I was really scared. But I was scared, not less scared of her, but more so scared to lose. Like, you know what I mean? So, but other than that, I've never really been scared to battle somebody. It might be I can lose. Actually, every single battle I've taken, I felt like I can lose, except QB. No shade to QB. I love you, girl. But QB know how I felt going into that battle. But yeah, all the girls I battled, I felt like I could lose.
Right.
And that's why I've written so like just potent for them. And that's why I don't want to know what it's like to go into a battle where I know I'm gonna win. Or I feel like I'm gonna whoop their ass. You know what I mean? Again, unless there's something I'm getting from it.
I got you.
That's just that.
You are making a lot of sense, and I think even a lot of your critics in the chat are actually showing you love. Shout out to the whole caffeine as well. Drop your questions in there. I do.
B-Maker said you scared to lose. That means you ducking. That doesn't make sense to me. How am I ducking if I'm battling people that I think I can lose to?
Right. I don't think that applies.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Wait. Let me. Maybe I'm bugging. He said you said you're scared to lose. That means you're ducking. I've been scared to lose every single battle that I took. Like I can lose these battles.
Right.
But these are the battles that are gonna get me somewhere. That's not ducking if I'm literally taking the top. Every bitch I took was in their prime when I took them. No bullshit. They're in their prime. Right. No female I battled has reached their prime after I took them. Or let me say prime peak, maybe it's interchangeable, I don't know. But no female that I took was like early in the game, and then later on y'all feel like it would be a better battle.
Okay, I get that. Off that though, one thing that gets brought up when your name is mentioned is the fact that with some of the battles, especially amongst the top women, they happen to have a choke. Or a something that sets it off and tips the scales in your favor, and it's like it's an ongoing thing, and it's weird because in some cases you never really see the people choke other than the time that they battled you, right? So that was a narrative for a while. Do you think
do you think
it's unfair? Do you think it's unfair for fans to maybe take away some points because okay, you won, but that wasn't the best version of whoever you faced? Like case in point being 40 bars maybe, or maybe the QB battle where she seemed a little bit off that night. Do you think that that's a fair critique to have against a battler because their opponent wasn't their best selves?
No, but that's the way the fans are, and I learned that my third battle. Because remember, everybody choked that I battled, except official. Every single person that I battled choked.
Right.
So I learned that early on. Like, even for a person that doesn't have a lot of battles, I learned a lot about the fans in those battles because the fans' relationship with me changed every single battle. Like, all right, my first battle, they didn't know me at all. So, boom. Oh, shit. A cute girl with punchlines. We like her.
And that was the era. That was the era. That was that era.
Swear to God.
Yeah,
that was that. You feel me? Then the K-Profit battle. The K-Profit battle, I ain't do that good. But it was just like, okay, that's Jazz, right? I became a fan favorite in one battle. That's how the female battle rap was. There wasn't that much competition. So I became a fan favorite. Shayna Ashley was a fan favorite. When I battled Shayna, I was supposed to lose. Even though we both was fan favorites, I was the underdog heavily. Like I always tell this story. It was two people in that building that thought I was going to win. Norbs and Suge. Everybody else felt like I was going to die to Shayna. So when I beat Shayna, the fans, it was like I was getting a lot of love, of course. Yeah. But I was getting a lot of hate from fans and the female battlers because now they like, man, Jazz keep winning off of flukes.
Yeah. Listen, Jazz, I'm not gonna front. It might be a few little radio shows running around here with me saying like, yo, how does she keep getting up out of this? Because my frustration is, how can I accurately grade you if every time a nigga come to fight you, they leg broke or some shit? Like
that makes sense.
How can I accurately grade if you really know how to fight? Until you face official and she do what she do. Like, how can I... And that's the frustration, Jazz. As a fan, I'm trying to let you know why we get mad.
Right, but it's like, you can't get mad at me. You can't. You literally cannot. Like, all right, boom, let's say you don't think I'm that good, right?
Right.
And you be like, oh, Jazz is overrated. And plus, everybody she battled choke, so I don't really know if she could fight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's just like, after it's happening for 5 years, bro, give it the fuck up. Give it up, right? Give it up. At that point, I feel like at that point, after what, 5, 6 battles, if you're not a fan of Jazz, you're not gonna ever be a fan of me, and that's okay. You know, like you as a battle rapper, you start to realize it's just gonna be people that don't fuck with you as much as other people do.
Talk that.
You know, so. At some point, I was just like, bro, I used to try to do things like fix things and try to appease to certain people. But then I'm like, bro, like, if these niggas don't like me by now, like, it just is what it is. You know, like, it just is what it is. But yeah, I used to go through a love-hate thing with the fans. Like, after Shayna, that's when I started getting called overrated because Shayna was a big favorite. And that was an upset. That was like my first upset. And then the next card, everybody called me out. That was when QB called me out. I'm not about to take these low tier bitches when QB's calling me out.
Mm-hmm.
QB was supposed to beat me too because she was aggressive, and it was on Smack and shit like that. Then you see what happened there.
Yeah.
Then the hustle battle came. That battle was mediocre. Nobody. I feel like going into that battle, it wasn't really an underdog. Then 40 happened. 40 was at the top of her game. That's when I was at the top of my game, obviously. And then that happened with that. And that's when most people, that's when I say I had the least people hate me. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's when it was just like, oh shit. That was like peak era Jaz the Rapper. Then the official battle. A lot of people didn't know official. Well, as far as the Smack fans, a lot of URL fans didn't know official. You know, official been killing dog and shit.
Right.
Dog and shit. You feel me? And that's when I was like, shit, I want official. She's my favorite. I want to battle her. After that battle, that's when everybody came creeping back out. I told y'all Jaz was overrated. Jaz not top 5. She just died. Boom, 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 boom. Then after that, I took E Heart. After E Heart, I'm already solidified. Whatever you think about me, you think about me. You still think I'm overrated? You think I beat E Heart? You think I lost to E Heart? Whatever the case is. And after E Heart, after that, it's just like at this point, there was nobody that I really cared to battle. Like I didn't care to battle E Heart personally. But I had to do it because if I would have took any other girl, the fans still would have said I got to take E Heart. So I'm about to just take the short road, and battle E Heart. And that's that. And again, the reason I didn't want to care about E Heart is because E Heart is nice, but she's not one of the popular girls. Well, she wasn't. Now she is, but she wasn't. She was just always, that's E Heart. Like E Heart is fire. But I took it because she was the only top girl left that a lot of niggas really, really, really respected.
Yeah. Yeah. People, and that was the consensus. Like a lot of people really did respect her. And in this new era, you got Caffeine going now. You know what I'm saying? A lot more visibility on the game overall, in my opinion, which I think is good. But you have ventured now into doing more of the media stuff. Like we're seeing more of your face. We're seeing you kind of visible, giving your opinion and things like that. I've
been doing that.
But I think now we're kind of, but it's different though. Like now, because I think because we've seen you on stage so many times. We see you when there's new talent that's hot out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's different. I feel like your opinion is held in higher regard now. I'm
gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why it's not different. Because I've been doing that. I've been doing that since I started. I literally been giving predictions since the first year I started in battle rap. And that's why I caught a lot of like attention, because I knew a lot about battle rap. And I was one of the only females that knew a lot about battle rap.
Right.
And people respected that, like, oh, Jaz is actually a fan. And remember, I used to do predictions with Uncle Rod. I used to do predictions all the time. Niggas used to call me out for my predictions. I've always been into just speaking because, niggas respected my opinion. Like, that's just what it is. Like, how you have people's opinions you respect more than others? That's just where I was at. And it wasn't like me doing it on purpose. Like, niggas is going to listen to me. Like, people come up to me and ask me for my predictions, so I give them. So the media thing is not new to me. Like I was visible, doing like bar exam and things like that. Like you would see me doing things
sure
outside of actually battle rapping because that's just what I wanted to do. And even though I don't battle a lot, a big part of why people do, have me high up in their ranking is because I'm personable and I'm seeing a lot. Because it's a lot of females that don't battle often and they be at these events, but you don't see them. You don't see them because they either don't want to be seen or you just don't see them. So my visibility definitely helped me. And I started to catch on to it after a little while. Once I started getting booked to like host events, like that shit is crazy to me still. Yeah. I'd be like, dang, niggas booking me to make a face? Like, like for real? You know what I'm saying?
That was
Like,
one of the
but
illest
yeah.
marketing tools ever. The Jazz face, it was a great tool for you getting your brand out there.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a lot of things that helped me get to where I am besides the battles.
Mm-hmm.
Because, of course, the battles is most important. Like, if I was half-assing these battles, I wouldn't be who I am right now. Mm-hmm. Like, I make sure that I feel like you always gonna get, after the hustle battle, I hate that battle, son.
You hate the hustle battle? Why? What is the hate?
I watched it one time, yo.
You only wait a minute. I always ask battlers this: how you only watched that battle one time? You only watched that battle back one time? How?
Yeah, and honestly, I watched it because I was forced to. Me and Queen Flip was at Jay Black House, and he put the battle on. It was like a month after the battle came out. I refused to watch it. Like, once I heard Twiz edited that choke, mm-hmm. I said, nah, niggas did be filthy.
Right.
Niggas did be filthy. Like, really? Because it's just so much hypocritical shit. Because, like I said, you know how they always used to come at me for battling once a year, but nobody else.
Sure.
I felt like that was real hypocritical because, not hypocritical, I don't know the word, but it was wrong because if I would have got my choke edited out, the fans would have had an uproar. The fans would have had an uproar. Oh, URL's protecting Jazz. They don't want to. They don't want her to do bad. They don't want to see her lose.
Yeah.
If I swear to God, like, if that was me, oh my God, they wouldn't hear the end of it. Smacking them wouldn't hear the end of it to this day. You feel me? So I was really upset about that. But yeah, then I watched it with Jay Black. I was like, oh shit, the battle wasn't as bad as I thought it was. You know, like, I did better than I thought I did. But then on top of that, the mic issues, I couldn't hear myself. I couldn't hear myself. Like, do you remember in the trailer when you could hear Math talking in the background?
Oh yeah. It was weird. Yeah, I don't know what was the acoustics on that where we could hear Math like. It was a couple times. I think one time with Ill Will and Tay Roc's going too.
Hold on, time.
In one of the joints, you could hear.
Let me go to the comments.
Yeah.
Somebody said something about Jazz. You said choking doesn't matter, so why does it matter that the choke was edited out?
Yeah, it's a good
because
question.
That's something. Because all right, I never said choking doesn't matter.
Oh, let's clarify because I
never
damn
said
sure
that.
it was about to.
I literally never said choking doesn't matter. What I said was just because you choked them and you lost the round. I never said choking doesn't matter. Choking matters. Like, choking matters. If there's a close round and a nigga choke, that's when it matters. But if the shit is way better, it won't matter if you choked or not. You still get points deducted, but you still was better. You know what I'm saying? I never said choking doesn't matter. So the reason I was upset about the choke getting edited out is because that's something that happened in the battle.
Right.
And that can change that. For one, that can change your opinion on the battle, even if it doesn't. But for two, that's something that happened in the battle. You have to show that.
You have to. Yeah, I agree.
You have to show that. Like, it was it wasn't edited short. It was edited clean out. Like, you can't even tell where she choked at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that was fucked up. You shouldn't do that shit.
Jazz,
but anyway,
to follow up on the choking thing. So you're not saying that you're not saying choking completely doesn't matter. You're saying that somebody can still be better than someone else in a round and choke, and it's okay. Like, so what do you say? Are you giving the person a round
and win the round?
You giving them they can win the round still with the choke? You believe you?
Yeah.
How is that possible?
If the person is trash, or if you just don't, if the nigga is I put it like this. If I choke verse 40
in
the first round, I can win that round because my round was still better than her round. She choked 2, right?
Right,
so
she
now
choked
that
2, but that's different.
Actually, no. Did she choke in her first?
Yo, I feel like she.
I don't think she choked in her first. I think she choked in her second and her third.
Oh,
let's take the second, right?
All 3 of them was bombs, but okay, my bad.
Let's check. Let's. Okay, nigga said so. Hustle beat you. Okay, that's fine. Like, that battle.
You see the energy. You see the energy in this chat on this topic. You do. You gotta see that, Jazz.
I'm saying though.
Yeah. So
let's say
let's
Hustle beat me. Like that's a battle that I don't understand. Like that was 7 years ago. Okay, Hustle beat me. What does that mean now though?
that battle matters.
Like I just
though.
feel like my wins and losses don't matter anymore.
Why not?
I'm already here.
Yeah. Your status. Okay, Jazz. Make no mistake about it. Your status is gonna be what it is. Jazz the Rapper's name is already etched in stone on the building, on the pillar that is battle rap. I get that. You're not going nowhere. But you are a person with a limited amount of work, and we only have this to go by. And as fans, if we start ranking y'all all time, that gotta matter. It got so when you said the choker thing, that's why we did that.
All
Jazz.
time, no, all time it does matter. Like my wins and losses do matter all time, but at the end of the day, how many clear losses do I have? Obviously, that wasn't a clear loss or a clear win.
Right.
If you're using my opinion to say, okay, so now Hustle beat you.
Yeah.
If you felt Hustle beat me, you would have felt she beat me regardless.
But these things matter though. It's just like when a battler comes out after losing the battle, and he's like, I lost. We like, damn, well, the debate is shut down in the barbershop when he be like, well, son said he lost. You like,
no,
well,
I get that part. I get that part. But I feel like that battle is so old. Maybe it's just because I don't care. Maybe it's that. Because now I'm thinking, like, as a fan, you're gonna care about somebody's wins and losses.
Yeah,
like,
we care about that, Jazz.
Yeah. So, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you feel like I lost every single battle in my damn resume, I don't care. Like that it's an opinion sport.
Right.
Like you feel like I won a battle, cool. You feel I lost a battle, cool. Like that doesn't, I don't know, that doesn't affect me. Like it's just like, okay, you're giving your opinion on the battle now, but when it comes to shit like it was trash, then it's like, all right, I could debate this now.
Right.
I can debate this now. I'm not about to debate your opinion on a battle that was years ago.
Yeah.
Like years ago. But yeah.
No, I think this is important. There's a lot this is a part a lot of people are probably gonna play back because it does matter. But when you say stuff like when battlers who are influential say certain things and things like that, I do want to ask you though about where we are in terms of this weekend with Roc and Mook and everything, and you got the big you get the promo that comes out and everything. They've been talking a lot. Roc's got on the contacts and all that. How do you see this battle as somebody who was like, you were present for when Roc was, gaining his steam and really became who he is and all that. And Mook was already a legend by that time. How do you feel about this battle going into it? Like, who do you have winning? What do you think about the outcome?
I really like the battle. Actually, I love the battle. I think it's going to be an amazing battle. And I'm going to tell you why. A lot of times when you get long-awaited battles, a lot of times they don't be what it's supposed to be. And I hate that, but I've seen so many battles that I don't even be surprised no more. But I do think Mook and Roc is going to be amazing because Mook is a nigga that don't battle a lot. He don't have the time to not be good.
Right.
And Tay Roc is always consistent. So that right there is two good matchups. As far as who I have winning, I really don't know. I think it's going to be debatable.
Think it's going to be debatable. It's going to be
absolutely.
Is it going to be like one of those Rorschach tests where depending on what type of fan you are, but depending on what type of style you like, is it going to determine the winner, or do you think it's going to be similar in styles? More people
are going to have Tay Roc winning for sure. More people are going to have Tay Roc winning.
Interesting.
Just because I think he has more of a present battle style. If that makes sense.
You gotta unpack that. Present.
Like he raps for the everyday fan.
Very interesting.
We're so used to Tay Roc. Like we that's what we like. That's the type of battle rap we like. You know what I mean? And Mook, he do some things here and there. You feel me? That sound like us right now, but he has his own way that he raps, and a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people don't like it. That's just what it is. A lot of people think Mook is boring. Me personally, though, I think that the battle's going to be debatable.
Okay.
In my unbiased opinion, I think it's going to be debatable.
Yeah. I think that was an interesting breakdown on Roc. His style is more digestible for your average fan, and I think Mook is a little bit more complex than people give him credit for. In my opinion, I think he's going to show that in this battle. You know what I'm saying? But even with something like this, I feel like this is a legacy type of situation. You know what I mean? Would you agree? Where it's like, if Roc wins this has a significant impact on his legacy, and vice versa for Mook. What do you think about that?
Yeah, if Mook wins this, I believe he'll get a little more respect from fans. And if Tay Roc wins this, Tay Roc already gets a lot of respect. If Tay Roc wins this, yeah, that's a great look for him. Mm-hmm. That's a great look for him. But I really don't see a clear winner in this battle.
Yeah. Okay.
I really don't.
Okay, I think it's gonna be an epic matchup. I do and by the way, shout out to the fans that's in here too. We're gonna make sure that all of the contact information is in here. Everything from the caffeine to everything that you're doing as well. I got two things I want to ask you. First thing is because this is something that I talked about in the show and it's kind of long overdue, and to me it's a little funny. The shuffle tea situation in London. Mm-hmm. Wow, like I watched that and I'm like where? First of all, that was what was that? Like a film opening.
It was a film festival.
That was
it was
for me.
It was for the film festival, London Film Festival, and it was in a movie theater.
Oh,
so that's why it looked like that. And basically, the film was the versus film, the UK versus film. It was about battle rap.
Yeah.
So what they did was they made us battle before showing that film to people. So basically to get them an idea of what they was about to get into.
Right. Okay. So beforehand. Right. All right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Right before.
Because when I was watching it, I'm like, all right, so Jaz is mad. She got the guns out, all this on Shuffle T. Then they pan to the crowd and it's like, what?
Okay. Somebody asked, tell me again how you only battle people who deserve it.
Interesting.
Okay. So I repeatedly said, right? Mm-hmm. I repeatedly said, I battle people when they do something for me. When they do something for me.
Right.
That was at the London Film Festival. I don't know if y'all know what that is. I don't know if y'all know what a film festival is.
Talk your talk, Jaz.
Right?
Yeah.
But that's two things. I was going to overseas to battle. Right?
Yeah.
But on top of that, and that was my second international trip. I ain't never really been nowhere after, like, internationally. Mm-hmm. But also, when hit me, I'm like, who am I battling? If he would have said a bum, I more than likely would not have taken it. More than likely. I don't know if y'all know who Shuffle T is. Mm-hmm. But Shuffle T is that guy in London.
Right.
So the person that asked, why would I take Shuffle T? You might need to do your research. You might need to. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm preparing for this battle like it's a real battle. You know why? Because what I said about the 2-on-2. If I would have got smoked, niggas wouldn't let me hit the end of it.
Oh yeah, I would have smoked you on the radio.
And that's the two-sidedness that I hate about bands. They always say some shit don't count until you die, and then they want to bring it up all the time. So I'm preparing for that battle as if this battle's on Smack. But at the same time, I can't write the same as it's on Smack because I'm battling in front of people that never watched the battle before.
Right.
So I did my best to, for my fans to enjoy it and for them to enjoy it at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a great look for me. Like, that was huge to me. I'm like, bro, niggas is booking me across the fucking world to battle. Like, that was just so fire to me. But yeah, so whatchamacallit. So yeah, it was just in front of a bunch of people that never watched battle rap before. Like, it was a bunch of older white people. Like, there was some younger people there, but
Oh
it was a
yeah,
bunch
no,
of
I
older
seen the
white
crowd. I'm
people.
like, you got college professors in there. Like, it's just I don't. And Jazz is up in the toolies and all that. Shout out to Shuffle T for that too. And shout out to the chat.
I wish he played with me, but I wish he would have rapped.
You
Because
would
Shuffle
rap,
T's
rap.
actually really good. Like, I was
Yeah.
shook. I'm like, hold on, this nigga kind of fire. He kind of fire, but he just flirted with me the whole battle.
As far as music too, because I have to, talk about that as well, because I do enjoy like the little freestyles, you know what I mean? Every now and again, when like the ladies hit me with like a 30-second to 1 minute, you know what I mean, over a beat, I appreciate that. And for a minute, you was killing that. You was like giving us those and killing that. Do you plan on giving us more music? You know what I'm saying? Like what type of, and I do want to ask you about what type of music you've been listening to lately, but what does the music look like? Where do you stand on that? You know what I mean? Can we look forward to more projects and everything coming soon?
Well, when I was doing the freestyles, like I was in a space, I was in a really good space, like creatively. You know what I'm saying? And being that I was consistent and everybody was looking forward to me being consistent, like that pushed me a lot.
Right.
And then I stopped. And then I just stopped, like, because it was just like, I gotta do something new. Like, after a while, it's like, okay, we get it. So, but that's always been a problem of mine, like being consistent musically.
Yeah.
I do feel like I'm reaching a point where, personally, battle rap is just here. Like, it's just here. Because it's a money thing, honestly. Okay. It's a money thing.
Okay.
Like, I've had talks with a lot of top tier niggas, and they all said they would have been stopped if it wasn't for the money. But it's like, for me, I'm not getting the same money y'all getting, bro. Like, it's just like that. It's a bag. It's a good bag now that caffeine is in the mix, but it's still not what the guys is making. And I do feel like I deserve more than what I'm given. I think all of us feel like that.
But what is, and I'm not trying to be condescending when I ask this, but what are you basing that on? Are you basing, like, what metrics do you compare against the men to say that the ladies deserve as much in terms of billing, in terms of purse and everything like that, like the guys? How do you make that claim?
I don't think the top tier girl deserves the same as the top tier guy. I don't think that. Okay. I'm saying I deserve more.
Oh.
No, not more than the top tier guy.
Oh yeah, just more than whatever is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
sure.
Obviously it's a demand thing. Like, I never really. It's like, I get it. I get why people feel we should get the same amount as the guys, because it's only fair, but it's reality. The females is not bringing in as much money as the men. Like, that's just what it is. I get it. People should be paid off skill, but they're not, because if that was the case, JC would be getting as much as Hitman. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So it's based off everything, but honestly, skill ain't number one. Skill ain't number one.
Not number one. Skill's not
number one, because skill is very, very subjective.
Right.
Like, okay. It's very subjective. You can't base somebody's pay. Well, at least the top tier guys, you can't base the top tier guys off skill for their pay. It's a money game. It's a money game. So whoever brings in the most views, whoever brings in the most fans, when it was when you sold tickets, that's views and tickets. But now that I think it's the caffeine era, they can only go based off what they know or what they do.
Okay.
Type shit.
Okay.
Obviously you can't. They've done a lot of events so far in caffeine, so they kind of have a good gauge of, okay, when this person's on the card, we get this many viewers type shit. But for the most part, I I feel like listen, man, my brand is really big. Like, I may not have the most views collectively, but I average the most views. Like, I'm averaging the most views. And how Surf said it, they watch me in a lot.
In a
compared
lot.
to the other
In a
females.
lot. Like, yeah, that's a
But
fact.
also, I'm getting views on other things too, like I said, bar exam. I get views on interviews. I have more views on interviews than some people have battles. And they just be regular interviews. They don't even be interviews of me talking crazy. I don't even be talking crazy. Like, I don't even be talking crazy.
Yeah.
B-Maker said it's easy to have a high average of only 10 battles. Okay, but if you take all the females that have 10 battles, I'm getting the higher average.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have to compare me to the people with the 50 battles. Compare me to the people with the same amount of battles as me, and you'll see I still average the most views out of all of them. So, what the hell?
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't B-Maker. Everything B-Maker says is like totally against everything I'm saying.
Hey, listen. You get that type of energy. I think for a lot of people, your path to success is it's a little bit polarizing to people. Plus, I think now you with the stuff with Surf.
He tell me he be on my ass because I ain't battle Couture. Why you don't talk about Couture and I'm not battling often? Why you talking about me? Couture got 9 battles.
I like address them.
I think I had 10.
That's what I like.
Where you at, B-Maker?
Yeah. Get back. But nah, that's really what it is. I mean, in terms of where people's frustration might lie, and I think you address a lot of things that sort of will help people understand where you're coming from. In terms of music that you are listening to, what is Jaz the Rapper listening to at the moment?
I listen to a lot. I listen to a lot of music that don't even resonate with
we'll take some non-rap too. All right, we be in them bags. All right.
Let me think. Shit, I like Beano Riddell. He's from Cali. I like Sada Baby. I listen to whatchamacallit. I love London. Like, I be listening to a lot of UK shit.
Oh yeah, you like the London?
A lot.
You like the London scene? Okay.
I love London.
Okay.
Who else I be listening to?
No Conway, no
Rod. I like Rod Wave. Huh?
Rod Wave. Okay. No Conway, no Benny, no Gunna.
No.
You don't like that?
Absolutely not.
Why not? What do you mean absolutely not? What does that mean?
Actually, you know what? You're right, because I never listened to them in my life. So let me not say absolutely not.
All right. Now is the point in the interview where everyone that's on right now on Caffeine, send Jaz some projects that she needs to listen to in terms of rap that came out this year. The chat is appalled about the Conway and Benny the Butcher comments. People is appalled. So
I never listened to them.
Yeah, we're gonna change that because they.
Oh, I heard Benny the Butcher on Surf shit.
Oh yeah, I'm about to say, didn't he?
Yeah, he's on Surf shit. He was fire. So man, I did like that verse.
That boy, he might have just dropped a reasonable doubt-esque project just now with that burden.
Oh, JR. Yeah, I listened to Blast from Cali too. Okay. But that's when I'm in my feelings. He's an R&B singer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I listen to a lot of shit that you wouldn't think I would do. Like, a lot.
Yeah.
I love EDM.
Yo.
Love EDM.
I'm waiting for EDM verses to happen. Some like Diplo verse.
Listen, I still want to go to Electric Daisy Carnival. Like, I still want to go to that.
Oh no, you never went to one of them big electric dance circus and one of them big
Nope.
Joints before? Come on, you from Brooklyn. You never been to the Gov Ball or nothing like that with the. Wow, come on, Jaz. Nope. You got to get out more. You bugging.
That's my. Hey, I get out a lot.
Yeah.
I just ain't been to that.
Yeah.
That's on my bucket list for real. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
That's really. I mean, I feel like I would have enjoyed it more like some years ago, but hey, I still go. I still fuck around.
When the world opens back up, Jazz, it's gonna be lit. Festival season next year gonna be crazy.
Nah, they ain't gonna have one next year. Corona
Next year, you think Corona's still gonna be hitting by the summer next year?
They not about to have no EDC. You know if people be there?
I know, but you think Rona's still
year.
Gonna be hitting like this in the summer?
I don't think they're gonna have a big event like that in the summer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think they're gonna take baby steps.
Okay.
That's a huge event.
That is true.
Like, that's huge.
True. Yeah.
So I think 2022 they'll be back.
You gotta. My recommendation is Coachella. Go to Coachella. Do that. That's fun. You know what I mean? Wait till they got a night, because they usually have a nice lineup. It's a couple days out there. You could get a nice little B&B close to it. It's worth it. Because I know you ain't camp. Black people don't camp out. We not doing that. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Do
that's
Coachella
funny.
When shit open up. Yeah.
That's bad funny.
You be having the black feet and the nah. I need a shower. I can't. These festivals.
I ain't camping out nowhere. I don't love nothing that much. I don't love nothing. Well, I like that juice. I might camp out like if they offering something, but
yeah,
I ain't camping out for nothing.
Yo, that is a grimy environment, Jazz. Don't do it. Not the first time. Not the first time. You know what I mean? But no, I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate your time and everything like that, and being able to tap in with us and all that, and give you perspectives. And you know, in terms of being able to follow you, everything you got going on, can you give the people your Twitter, your Instagram, things they can look forward to from you, things like that,
right?
Before we sign off,
Twitter, Jaz the Rapper; Instagram, Jaz the Rapper; Caffeine, Jaz the Rapper. Follow me on Caffeine, because I'm about to get my own shows, and I'm about to do a dating show. Like, I just came up with the idea like today or yesterday.
Oh, like, that's why you put out that win a date with me joint, right? You put out that. Okay. So what is?
Basically, it's gonna be like Flavor of Love, like, but it's gonna be through Caffeine. Like, it's not gonna be in person,
right?
But yeah, like it. I don't even know. Like, I literally like kind of just thought, and I just threw it out there. You know how you just throw shit out there to see. Yeah. Like, oh my God, I am so overwhelmed. I got so many DMs. I got like a lot to do. But it's gonna be worth it. Like, I think it's gonna be really, really fun. Like, honestly, I really do. Because people are characters on these social medias. Okay. But yeah, so follow me on, and you don't have to be a rapper. Like, it's not.
Yeah, somebody asked, do I you have to spit a 16 before I, you know what I mean?
It's not, it's not for rappers. Like, you don't have to rap. I kind of don't want to have anything to do with rap, honestly, because boo, like, that's all y'all see me do. Like, Jaz the Rapper, like, but yeah. Okay, so just to wrap this up though, somebody stated that Misfit said I said no to the battle again.
Yes.
And I never said no to the battle. In January I said I would take Misfit, right? Then Rona happened. They hit me up in June to battle in July. No, stop hitting me up a month. They know I do not take battles a month before. I just feel like, I know they didn't mean any harm, but I feel like it's disrespectful because y'all wouldn't hit up certain other battle rappers to battle in a month.
Right.
You know that there's battle rappers that don't take a month. So don't hit me up and you know I cannot do it in a month.
Right.
So in June, I said no to the battle. If y'all call that ducking, then so be it. But I'm not, once again, I'm not taking a battle in a month's time. And now it's more in the talks. And it was supposed to be on a card coming up, but agreements weren't met. So that's the situation that she's talking about.
I like the way you did the agreements weren't met. Okay. All right. So that clears it up. The people we keep probing at it, but these are the answers. This is what happened. Yeah,
the Misfit battle is going to happen very soon. Sooner than later. Okay. Like, very soon. Okay. Very, very soon.
Dope.
Dope. And honestly, this might be the first battle. No, this is the first battle that I'm doing for the fans. This is the first battle I'm doing for the fans. I have no personal pleasure in this battle. Like, I have no personal feelings for in this battle.
There's no added steam because of what she did with the, you know, with the angle, with the exposing the place of business and the operator thing. Like that, how did that, does that
Not
factor
really.
in?
It doesn't, because I said I would battle her back in January.
Right.
I said that. Like that, my mind didn't change. Like I said I would battle her, but you know, she said she put that out there because she felt like the battle was never gonna happen. If I'm the only way I think she would probably feel like that is after I denied it for no, maybe. I don't remember when exactly she put that blog out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, okay, she put it out because she felt like I wasn't gonna take the battle. And I feel like when she put that out there, it kind of backfired on her because she probably expected everybody to just be against me. And a lot of people didn't. It's just like, bro, like you reaching is not that serious.
Right.
So when she came out with the interview saying why she did it, it still didn't make sense to me. Like, you did it because we're not battling.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand that. Like, so you felt like that was some information that was like, I gotta let people know this. So I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna let the universe do what it do. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what, you waiting for other people to use it? Like, I don't know.
Right.
But yeah, that I feel like that was dumb on her part.
I mean, keep it real. Jazz, I'm sorry to cut you off. Keep it real. Do you think that was corny that she put that out like that? Like,
I think it was corny.
You think it was corny?
I think it was corny because it didn't even like we had a battle set up. It's not even like you promoting a battle. It was just, it came out of nowhere. Like when I seen it, she said she put it out there because she was watching something on the URL app with me and Surf.
Yeah.
And I said what did I say about her? I said if there was a battle rap book for females and Misfits chapter was missing, nobody would notice. Right? So now I'm the bad guy for saying that. When you've been coming at me for a year, and then when I finally say something,
that's crazy. A whole book. Nah, Jazz, not a whole book. Nah, not a whole book. That's crazy.
Nah, but I don't be saying shit just to say shit, bro. I don't. But that's what I said, and she said that got her, mad. So she put the blog out. But to me, it's like, that was just me coming at you for all the interviews you ever did about me. I don't be responding to nobody. I don't be responding to these bitches. I really don't. I really do not. But she was starting to get on my nerves, and I knew I wanted to battle her. So I'm going to say what it is to get the shit going.
Yeah.
But she saw the video really late, so I was confused on what she was talking about. Right. But then it hit me like, oh, she's mad I said that. So yeah, I feel like it was corny because if the battle was locked in and she put it out there, I get it. That's a tactic. But you did that with no plan. There was no plan, and you admitted to doing it because you just felt like the world needed to know. It's like, I'm not mad about it. I don't think she's a corny person. Like, I'm not saying like I hate Misfit for that. Like, I don't give a fuck. It's a job. I don't give a fuck. I'm not ashamed of my job.
Yeah.
But it was just like, you had no aim with that. You had no aim at all. And like I said, I knew she knew where I worked because she made a comment about it a few months prior on Twitter. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, she knows where I work. But then like doing a whole 10-minute blog and things like that, it was like, okay, did you have that ready for when we weren't going to battle? Or did you do it because you were mad? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, like the Misfit battle is gonna happen sooner than later.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I tweeted the other day, I want to be on that December card.
Okay.
Well, actually, I didn't say December, but I said
we need a volume situation at some point. You know what I mean? Definitely with the ladies at some point. So I would say maybe that's the next thing to do with you. But we gotta see what happens next, Jazz. I mean, look, volume. I would love to see you in a volume. I'm saying that personally, or at least some more.
I would love to be in a volume. And you know why?
Why?
Because that's another impact. No, people don't think like me. I like I could be on Gnome, Summer Madness, not Double Impact, Gnome, Summer Madness, Volume. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to just be on any old card.
Yeah.
I want to maximize everything I can. And again, I have the luxury of being able to do that.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Especially if the person's calling me out. They're not just going to say, nah, we're going to do it when I want. You're calling me out.
Mm.
So now the ball's in my court. Like, okay, I want to do it here. Now, if I was calling her out and I'll be like, yo, I want to do it here, and she don't want to, I kind of gotta be like, all right, you know. But yeah, I just like to maximize everything.
Yeah.
It's been working for me, so I'm not gonna change it. I just like to maximize everything. It's not a ducking thing. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Like, just because y'all want to see me battle every female battle in the world doesn't mean I'm going to do it. Just because y'all want me to jump when y'all say jump, don't mean I'm gonna do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, y'all are battle rap fans. Y'all gonna watch the battle regardless. Y'all gonna watch the battle. I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna always show up.
Mm.
Y'all ain't never gotta be worried about me showing up. I might get a lot of complaints, but I ain't never had a complaint about how I did.
Talk your talk. Yeah.
So I'm gonna always show up. It's just up to my opponent whether or not it's gonna be a great battle or not.
Okay.
Because every battle that I've had where bitches was rapping, it was a great battle.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Me and QB, great battle. Me and Shayna, I wouldn't say it's great, but for that time, it was.
Yeah, at the time.
You know what I'm saying? That was a great battle.
Mm-hmm.
Me and 40, she ain't rap for real. So it wasn't a great battle.
Right.
Me and Official, great battle. Me and E Heart, great battle. These is battles where bitches is actually rapping. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's never me. I'm never the issue. I rather barely battle and always give y'all something than always battle and have shit that y'all gonna forget about.
Right. And I think that's the difference. And it's made you successful thus far too. So, you know,
yeah.
I can't knock it. But you know, forgive me every now and again if I get frustrated. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this on behalf of all of the fans. It's just, you have to understand, we believe that you're talented. We argue on your behalf all the time. And it's like, you know, we get anxious. We want to see when we want to see it. You know what I mean? This is how battle rap fans are. So on behalf of all of us, I just want to say that to you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, I appreciate this. I appreciate your time. You know what I'm saying? You stopping through. Definitely. Everybody's here now. All the information too, because we're gonna put this on YouTube. We'll put the actual video as well on YouTube. So we'll have your Caffeine channel there. Everybody should be having a Caffeine account anyway, because that's how you vote on things. That right? Like the voting changed everything.
I hate that voting. Hate
what?
it. Hate it.
What do you mean you hate it?
Hate it.
Why?
I hate things that you have to vote for.
Okay.
Voting is a popularity contest, and that's with everything in life. Anything you vote for is a popularity contest, unless both people are unknown. Every single thing is a popularity contest because it goes by numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're more popular, more than likely you're going to get more numbers, or not more numbers, not more numbers per se than the other person, but more numbers than you might deserve.
Okay.
It's a popularity thing, and your popularity can work for you or against you.
Yeah. You don't think battle rap fans can have enough sort of integrity to go by skill of like we had multiple tournaments.
Battle rap fans are humans. Battle rap fans are humans. These niggas don't got no different integrity levels than nobody else. We all humans. Everybody got a bias. Every single person has a bias. Period. That's just what it is. Of course, you would love to think that if the more popular person lost, that you know the other person gonna win in the polls. Nah, that might just make the numbers 40-60 when really it should be 20-80. You know what I'm saying? Right. And again, your popularity can work for you or against you. Like, it can work for you in the obvious case of if you're more popular than the person, then they're gonna vote you to win. But it could work against you in the case of you're so popular that people don't want to see you win, so they're gonna vote against you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Like, I've experienced both sides. You know.
Okay.
I get what you're it's fucked up. I don't like the voting shit at all. Don't like it. It's stupid. And I get it. I get why they're doing it. They want fan engagement. It's a business thing. They want fan engagement. They want the fans to debate. But in general, it literally makes no sense.
Saying who won or lost, counting these things by consensus.
It makes no sense though.
Really? I think it makes a lot of sense. You want to
because it doesn't make sense because I've seen people win on one poll and I've seen them lose on the next poll. How?
Okay.
It doesn't make sense.
You don't think it doesn't? But that's the issue of consistency, and then who's getting the survey. But the real time poll on caffeine that's telling you in real time this person won versus
that's even worse.
How is that worse? I mean,
because now you're judging it off of what you just watched. Yeah. They're giving you 30 seconds to pick a winner of a 3-minute round.
So when we in the building, though, remember when we was in the building, we watching the joint, you like, well, who do you got right now? You that reaction right there is used. That used to be what won the battle. You know what I'm saying? Not these rewatches.
When did they? You talking about like if you in a crowd and you be like, yo, who you got?
Yeah, exactly. I remember leaving the building.
That's you picking a winner amongst yourself. That's not going to somebody's record. That's not going to a final judgment. Like that's just y'all talking amongst yourselves. Cool, you can do that.
Sure.
But you ever watch the battle in person and then when it come out, you be like, damn, hold on, this person might have won. Yeah. So why, if you do that in person, you know it can happen on caffeine. Them niggas literally have a countdown of how long you have to pick a winner. When you're in a building, you don't have to pick a winner. You could be like, yo, it's a toss-up. But on caffeine, you can't do that. Well, you could do that and you don't vote, but most people want to be involved. Right. So they're going to pick a winner.
Right.
It's not fair. It's not fair. It's stupid. I've always been against polls, though. I've been against polls since I started. I don't like them.
Okay. I don't like them. I got you. Final verdict, and you stick it to. I like the before the initial reaction that we get off caffeine, and then later when it goes to the app, we get to see if things change. And that is true that sometimes things can change. Mm-hmm. But I think both reactions count. Because then you got to think to yourself, why in the building or why in the moment do I have somebody winning? And then later I don't have them winning. That to me, there's something there, right? Like, you rewatch the battle and you're like, man, I don't think Son really won. But at the time, it seemed like he killed it, right?
Uh-huh.
There's something to be said for that. I've yet to figure out what that means for a battler. Does that mean that they're a better MC? Because at the time they made it seem like they might have won.
It's a lot of variables, honestly. A lot. Because it don't even got to be the battler. It could be your personal feelings. It could be the type of mood you was in that day.
Right.
It could be so many things. So you can't just really say it's the battler. Like, you know how many times I don't watch Rum Nitty and Av, and I had Rum Nitty winning, and then one day I watched it and I was like, oh shit, I've won. And I watched that battle a lot of times.
That battle is crazy.
A lot of times.
It's up there.
So shit, when I first seen Surf and Ill, I had Surf winning. And then after a while, I said, oh shit, Young Ill won. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it don't got nothing to do with the battle, like just be your mood.
Yeah. You late on rent that day, you know what I'm saying? You got nothing in the bank account, and then Goods get up there talk about I just bought a pinky ring. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a gold chain. Like, that's just what I'm thinking about when y'all niggas rap. Like, yo, he lost. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can see that. Let's see that.
I don't like it. And I mean, I liked it better when they did it at the end as opposed to round by round.
Okay.
But
okay.
I just think they did that, just to keep the fans engaged, to keep the fans on the streams. Like, that's all like business tactics for real.
Yeah. Okay. Yo, Jazz, I appreciate your time up here and you know what I'm saying, you coming up here and everything. We gotta connect again because I feel like I got some insights. I learned some things about you that I didn't know. Well, that you hate surveys for one, but you know, just
Holes.
yeah, like the whole outlook and things like that, I think is important. You know what I'm saying? So regardless if you don't, you know, because everybody's not gonna battle forever. We still want to have your voice out here. You know what I'm saying? Like even later on, like you know, you would be an elder statesman in this, and there'd be a lot of people that were inspired by what you did. You know what I'm saying? So stay in it is what I'm trying to say. Whatever.
Niggas ain't gonna respect my opinion.
Yo, listen, Jazz. The minute you
'Cause
decide
I
to
don't
really
battle
hang it
enough.
up.
I swear to God, they're gonna be like, yo, you only had 10 battles.
Nah, Jazz, you don't know how this nostalgia work. You don't know how this shit work. Yo, if Jazz was here, it'd be a nigga in the Flatbush barbershop that next week. She was the best. I don't care what y'all niggas say. Word them up. Like this to be the it's gonna be that. That's gonna be the energy.
Oh yeah. Oh, you saying like after a little while.
Yeah, well, after you done, when you hang it up, it's gonna be a lot of people
you.
that when they hang it up, everybody's gonna pretend like they just was in their corner the whole time. Like I say,
I feel
like even like Danny Myers, like when he finally retires, and 5 years after that retirement, it's gonna be cats like, yo, he was the best to ever do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? He gonna get that type of treatment. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, but no, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? We'll have this out for the people and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Any parting shots for the people before we just band?
Hey, I'm looking for love. Y'all follow me on Caffeine, Jaz the Rapper. We gonna get this show popping.
No doubt. Jazz has a candle lit right now. Like she's bugging. Anyways, Black Compass Media, Tone Bro, checking in, man. Salute to the whole society, everybody out there following us as well. You know what I mean? Salute to Jazz for all the time and things like that, man. Make sure you follow us on all the major streaming platforms. This will be out very soon. Brooklyn Stand Up. Shout out to Jazz. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
All right.